Hello crafty friends, I reorganized my desk and decided it was time to give it a good tidy too. And what I do is all little bits that I have, any kind of die cuts or scraps of paper, I'll put them in a little box. I don't really like to throw anything away as these can be used for other projects. And what I'm going to do is use some of the bits from this box to create my next art journal page. So I'm working in my scrappy art journal today, and here is a little box of bits. As you can see, it's all sorts of things, even bits of tissue paper, napkin, mixed media pieces, die cuts, vellum, anything that was just lying on my desk. I'm going to work intuitively today. I don't have any plan. I don't even know yet what I'm going to choose from the box. I'm just going to go with the flow. So I'm going to pick a few pieces. For some reason, these orange bits are talking to me, including this collage paper that I made. So I'm going to pull out a few bits and pieces. We can always go back in the box if we need more, and we don't have to use everything we've taken out. Just take out things that are of interest and that you think you'd like to work with for the project. And of course, I did find bits of the spotty tissue paper that I love so much. There were a few remnants left on my desk, so I had to pop them in the box of bits. It's just such a versatile design and works well in most projects. So I'm not planning anything, I'm just going to start sticking down my collage layer. I use Mod Podge for this. I actually use Mod Podge for most of my collage work. You can also use gel medium or craft glue. The reason I use Mod Podge is I find that it doesn't dry too quickly or too slowly, and it's not super tacky. But it's just what I've gotten used to using. You can use whatever you have. I don't mind if there are bits that are hanging off over the page. If they are too long, I will trim them down, but I like all the rough edges and some of the pages spilling over. You can see the journal is not clean cut. So when I place down my papers or my collage pieces, I do try to create some form of balance. I've put a big section of the orange circles on the right and then a smaller one on the left. And I'm using my spotty tissue paper. I've put a bit on the right and left to balance that out. This is how I just find it easy on the eye. But of course, there's no rule. You can do it whichever way you like. I'm going to tear the excess of the collage paper. Once it's nice and dry, I'm going to add some gesso. I'm going to lighten most of the areas, but I'm not going to make it too thick because I do obviously want the collage to shine through. And I do go on the edges of the tissue paper or the collage paper to blend that in. I want everything that you see to go into the background. And I like the contrast of light and dark, where some of the orange circles are lighter and some are darker. As I was drying the gesso, my eye was going on this scrap piece that I did some mark making on, and I really want to use it. I do like the black contrast, so I'm going to add a few sections as collage. And then I thought to add gesso like I did on the other pieces of collage, but then I changed my mind. Because the edges are quite soft, I quite like them as is. So then I didn't put any more gesso and I even wiped a little bit off. And now to add a contrasting color, I'm going to add some turquoise. I think turquoise and orange goes well together. I'm using my Ken Oliver Color Burst powders. These are watercolor powders that are super concentrated. You need just a few little specks of it with some water, and then they activate and you get a bright, vivid color. After I spray the water, I let it run where it wants to. I pick up the book and move it around and let it drip and drop. I do help it a little bit with the paintbrush just to maybe get it into some sections where it hasn't gone to, but I like the free flow. I'm going to color a few of the dots with an acrylic marker, not all of them, just one or two, and then I'm going to use a black fine liner pen to go over the circles very roughly, very hand-drawn style, making a few extra and bringing them, some of them, to the foreground. When trying to draw the circle here, it did tear the under paper a little bit with the point of the pen. So to cover that up, I'm going to use another piece of collage. The piece that we tore off earlier, I think will go here very well. The same that I did with the turquoise marker, I will do with an orange one on the right hand side and the bottom left, just to create some balance. And then using the fine liner again, just go around them and create a few extra. I really loved this scalloped piece of cardstock and thought to use it, but it didn't really suit it and I didn't really like it going anywhere, so I've left it off. We'll use it in another project. I'm seeing a lot of beautiful quotes lately and I enjoy using them in my projects. I'm going to handwrite one. It reads, "Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself." I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and me creating something from my box of bits that were from my desk. I hope you are inspired to give intuitive art journaling a go too. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I would love if you subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. Happy creating. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Oh, and then all the bits that I haven't used will go back in the box for next time.